Okay. Hello. Yeah, we are live, and welcome to this live stream. As you can see, I'm getting really advanced on the setup here. So I'm in this tiny little picture on the side here, and I've pulled up an article about the world's 10 most free countries. I put this. I have put this live stream in the Bjorn Ruins Everything playlist because I like to challenge and destroy myths and perceptions that people seem to have that are just not true. So, um, Pammy, it's not evening yet, it's about 4:30. And I'll give it a few seconds so that people can join this live stream. I'm going to keep it short. I hope everything works and that you can hear me and see me in this tiny little picture on the side there. Um, Redneck Heathen, good morning. Um, let's see here. So, first of all, I will say that the statistics that I read through, some were from 2021. That's the newest statistics that we have, obviously, and well, most of them were from 2021. But this one I'm using here is from. It was written in 2019, so it's the statistics from 2018, and I felt that that was a better measurement because that was before they started locking down things and so on. So that Ireland would be. I actually will get back to that. Okay, so let's see here now. Do you have any suggestions? Which country is the freest country in the world? What do you think? Which country is the freest country in the world? No cheating now. No searching on the internet. Um, which one is it? Do you think? Um, North Korea and China. No, not North Korea, not not China. Um, let's see here. I thought a lot of people. Yeah, Darren says America. I thought a lot because I thought everyone would say the USA, the USA. Um, a Dark Trail Girl. Thanks a lot for the donation there. Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Because I know that you guys are intelligent. You are informed and well read. I suspect you're well read. Um, and Pamela says the USA. It was a tricky question, you see, and people are getting to yeah. Okay, let's pull up the statistics here now. Freedom is measured by a number of values, and I actually don't know the whole entire list, but it has to do with things like safety. It has to do with things like religious freedom, political freedom. For instance, if you live in an autocracy like China and Russia, you can't really just start a political party and go on about doing all of that like you can in most Western countries. Um, so it has to do with also poverty, I believe, plays into this because Freedom, freedom for everyone, equal opportunities, not equal outcomes, but equal opportunities has to do with this, I believe, as well. So people are getting very close to the answer here. So let's have a look, uh, and keep in mind that this was before the whole plague. Did you see it? I did this plague. It's much narrower now on this in this tiny little frame. Yeah, before the plague. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see. It's there's an image of a very happy and apparently free woman there in a field. So let's scroll down. It says here what freedom is. So they have grouped together quite a few countries. Number 10, Bahamas, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Lithuania and Taiwan. Number 9, I believe St. Lucia, Palau, Kiribati, Marshall Islands. 8, Micronesia. I hope I'm understanding this list correctly here. I just glanced through the statistics here, but the point still stands if I am reading things incorrectly here, because I've checked this with other lists. That's just a dog there. Micronesia on 8, 7, Czech Republic, Chile, Spain, Tuvalu. Where's Tuvalu? I have to look that up. Number 6, Dominica, Estonia, Austria, Germany, Belgium, United Kingdom. Number 5, Switzerland, Ireland, Japan. It says that these countries were applauded for things like the freedom of assembly, constitutional protection of press freedom, and academic freedom. It's funny that, because Ireland was one of the countries with the hardest, most tyrannic lockdown rules. So that will be different now. Although I did see Ireland high up on the list for 2021, and I disagree with that. But anyway, let's see here. Number 4, Barbados, Denmark, Iceland, Portugal. It says they're fully respecting academic freedom, Barbados, and also media. Freedom, a free press is extremely important. And it's interesting because if you go to a country like Russia, you don't have free press. If you go to China, you don't have free press. And freedom of speech is maybe the most important freedom there is. So let's move on here. Number 3, Uruguay, Australia, New Zealand. Again, just look at how, for instance, New Zealand, how tyrannic they were. Hold on, I'll just close. Someone's coming in. Someone's coming, and the door. I have to close the door. Hold on. Yeah, so New Zealand during lockdown, that was not a free place, was it? Number 2, again, Canada and the Netherlands. It just shows us how easily all these freedoms can be taken away because they were. Canada, Trudeau. Again, this is a list from before the lockdowns. But interestingly enough, and I'm kind of proud, because Norway, Sweden, and Finland is on number 1 there. First place. And on the more recent lists, Norway, Sweden, and Finland, they are high up or at the top. on those lists as well. Let's see what they are are writing here about us Nordics. Sorry, uh, something in my eye there. Free and open media. We do have that, even though we have, mainstream media here is it's like they are laughable most of the time. But we do have alternative media. We do have alternative newspapers. When I say alternative, I mean uh, journalists with different view of things. Protection of minority groups, yes, and we do have that, and it's important. And many people, when you say minority groups, they think about immigration and things like that, but they don't realize that a very important minority group in Norway is the Sami people. Um, so we need to kind of expand our mind a little bit here. It's extremely important to protect those groups because it's our culture. And also it says the right to access government information. Yes, and sort of no, because they made they are fine. The former government, they said that, well, we will keep everything, all the decisions and stuff that we did during COVID. We will make it secret for 100 years or so. And the guarantee of religious freedom. Yeah, we do have that. Norway used to be a Christian country. It's now a secular country. And when I grew up, it was a Christian country. So all the institutions in Norway were, Christian, or based on the Christian tradition, which is cool if you are a Christian. If you're not a Christian, it's not so cool. Okay, so you might notice here that the USA is not top 10, and I did a little bit of reading on that, and apparently it has to do with crime. And crime, if you have a lot of crime, it's very difficult or impossible to have personal freedom. So that's one thing. And also, it seems like, and this is something this has been my opinion for many years now. When you compare the USA to the Nordic countries, the state, here's the state here. The state is much more powerful in the USA compared to the Nordic countries, at least. That's my impression. Now, I don't live in the USA, so I don't know for sure, but I do live in Norway. So it's what I would say the first thing that comes to mind if you ask me to describe people's the common man's, if the common man are in respecting the state or the government, I would say no, not at all, and they shouldn't, and they don't. While in the USA, I believe that in school you have to pledge allegiance to the flag and things like that. It's not like that here. We have a much weaker state, and I would say more individual freedom, which goes against what many people, especially in the USA, believe. So you might hate me for saying that, but I believe I can say that is actually the truth. So, and I am looking forward to all the trolling and hate in the live stream here. So we'll see. I don't care anymore, so it's okay, you know. But yeah. Eurasian Heathen says, "I'd like to party with Finland's prime minister." Yes, yes, isn't that's funny? Because yeah, just a few words about that. She's a woman in her 30s, and she's quite a and has a normal life. I would say, she's the prime minister, but still, she was out partying as you do, and someone filmed it and posted it on social media, and people were saying that, oh, she was dancing too close to this man and this and that. Shameful, shameful. Now you should, I mean, she did nothing wrong, so, well, as far as I know, at least. But anyway, um so yes. Rob says Norway is nice, but you're taxed to death over there. I'd still rather be over there instead of Canada. Yeah, well, it is true the tax level here is insane, and I would say it's it's expensive here. It's expensive to live in Norway, and the most important expense that you have is taxes. um, so Pammy is in agreement. Well, thank you for that. Uh, and you're saying that we are programmed to believe that we are free here in the US. However, that is a delusion. I think we are all sort of tempted to think that we live in the greatest country on the planet. At least if you live in a country that is sort of civilized, like if you live in the USA, Canada, Western European countries, the UK, they're all countries where it's not a complete disaster, I would say, if you compare to with the rest of many other countries at least. So it's easy to believe that, well, this is the best country on the planet. And if you want to know the countries with the least personal freedom, now I don't have that chart here right now. With the least personal freedom they were all, I believe, Muslim countries, Middle Eastern countries, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, no surprise there. I can't remember where China were on that list, but obviously China is not a country with a lot of personal freedom. Morten, thank you from Denmark. We always like the Danes. You are the party Scandinavians. And Skål, yes. So, let's see here. This was going to be just a short live stream, but I wanted to share these statistics with you because I find it interesting. And now we can always discuss which factors go into this list. I will say one thing. It's important to understand that freedom it's many things. It's not like you can say, like some people have actually said in some of these live streams, that, well, we can have 1,000 guns here in this home, so therefore we are free, more free than you are. It's not that simple, you know. A lot of factors come into play here, and freedom is important. It's not something that we should take for granted. Um, okay, let's see here. I'll scroll down. I hope I didn't miss any super chats. Let's see here. Russia, I didn't know that Russia has a low tax rate, but you can try to go to Russia and start a political party where you are critical of Putin's regime. I don't think that will fly, as they say. So let's scroll up a little bit here. GB, good to see you as always. Yeah, okay. So you know what? I'll keep it short, and I would be delighted if you continued this conversation in the comments section under this live stream. So it will be interesting to see how things develop. I will say that, especially in the USA, because, and this is my personal opinion, the current administration, the Biden administration, they don't seem to care so much about personal freedom. And I'll just throw that out there, and that's how it looks like to me. But what do I know sitting here in Norway? I don't. No, it's obvious. It's obvious, but okay. That's all for now. We'll talk later. Have a wonderful day, and if you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Okay, bye.